Hello everybody, welcome to Robbie's Art, and today I'll be creating a book in Blender. I was watching Troll Hunter and I don't know, I got inspired to make something that looks trollish, ancient stuff. So this is what we'll be creating today. I also have a Patreon account. For those who want to help, I appreciate any help that you can actually give because I'm doing this full time. Otherwise, let's roll the intro. So the idea is just to go on the internet and browse, get yourself images of a book unwrapped. Okay, so I'll be using this image today for my unwrapping. So this will be like the pages, and here then this will be the actual cover. So let's start. So I'll click here on general. I have a box like this, so I'll push 1 on the keyboard. I'll make sure I'm in X-ray mode, and I'll make sure I go in edit mode. I'll select this and then I'll move it. So I can just move it like that. I will move this one up like so. So if you can see the way sometimes I'm snapping the polygons, like the way I'm moving them, if I push G, I'll snap polygons like this. I'm holding down the control key. So I'll put it right here. I'll push the full stop on the keyboard so that I bring it close. Okay, now I want to rotate it. Okay, that's the shape of a book already. I like it. I will push 3 on the keyboard. And what I want to do is I want to make a cut right here. So I'll push Ctrl R and I'll come here, click, and then I'll just move it. I want it right here. Click, that's okay. And I want to make 2 more cuts here. So Ctrl R again on the keyboard. Then I'll click here. So what will happen is once I click, if you want, you can, when you move, you put your line like, let's say here. So instead of me pushing Ctrl R again, there's this option down here, loop cut. So what I'll do is I'll come here and say I want 2 cuts, and I'll just click anywhere in the canvas here. And what I'll do is I'm in point mode here. So I'll select these points. Here there are tools that will help you model. I'll get the move and I'll just drag this one way down here. Okay, I like this. So what I'll do is here I'll go into this is face select. Just click here and I'll select these faces here. So I'll remove the X-ray, and I'll select. So hold down Shift to select multiple of these. I'll select all these, and then what I'll do is I'll go to the top view and I'll turn on the X-ray again. Then I will push E for extender, and then I'll just click here on the book, and then I'll push S on the keyboard for stretch, and then I'll just stretch it in. Okay, so here's one trick that I've actually figured. So like when going in like here, I pushed it while my mouse was on the center here, so it was moving, I don't know, carelessly. I don't know. I figured if you are, let's say, here on the corner, then push S, you actually have more control. So I'll just move it in, say like that. I like this. And if you've noticed down here, let me just move down. These have gone in, so I want these to be in a straight line with this one here. I'm still on the move tool, so I can just move these down like that. Voila. So let me just go around. All right. Okay, so that looks like a book already. I'll push the full stop on your number pad this side, and it will actually center your stuff. So what I want to do is I'll push 1, so that I center my book. So I'm in edit mode and I'll select all these faces and then just move. Oops, I forgot X-ray mode, because if you don't select the X-ray mode, you only select this side, like faces only here. But once I select the face mode or the X-ray mode, when I select, I'm selecting everything including the other side. So let me just move this to the center. I like my pivot being in the center. So let me just move this like that. Okay, that's good. So the shortcut to switching from edit mode to object mode is tab. Let me just turn off this the X-ray mode. Okay, one thing that you actually need to keep in mind: beveling. You can bevel your stuff so that it looks more, it's just an extra mile of adding more, I don't know, realism to it. So what I'll do is I'll go back in edit mode. Let me just select all the faces, Control B on the keyboard, and then this will pop up. So here you can actually be moving so that you see. So like for me, this actually works 0.01, and that looks much better for me if you look at it. So we are done with creating our book. Now to texture the book. What I'll do is I'll go into the UV edit, and what I want to do here is so basically already what I'm going to do is make sure you are in object mode, and you can just create a material. So this is the material for this. It's already there, so there's a material here. So what we'll do is, let me drag this and I'll drop it here for a start, and then I also go to shading. So in shading, what I want to do is I also drag my image, drop it here, and then I want to put this color into the base color. Then I'll go back. I can either go back to the, let's just continue from here. So I'll just reposition this. So for those who don't know how to UV unwrap, I'll create a video just for you for UV unwrapping, but today just do what I'm doing. I'll change this to display, to preview my material so that I can see this. So I'll go into edit mode, and I want to be selecting faces. So what I want to do is let me just go around like this. Let me select all these faces here. Let's go under, hold down shift and select all these. So as you can see, they're just everywhere around here. So what I like to do is come UV and say unwrap. So it will be one whole thing holding together. So here I'll select the move tool, and what I want to do is move these, is the one that has come this side, and that face is the one this side, and then there's this here on the middle. So already, okay, it's getting close, but let me just fix this properly. So what we want to do is make sure these things are on the edges of the book cover, not the black parts. Let's just pull these, let's pull the ones down here, let's move in close. Okay, and let's also do the same thing here, and I think that's okay. Yeah, that looks okay. All right, so now we need to go in the pages as well. We'll select, I'll start with that face. So what I want to do is, oh, by the way, I forgot, we need to save. So I already did this, so like I'm just redoing it. Let me just save book. I'll call this one 002. You can save it to whatever you want. Save. So now what I want to do is fix this. So I want to rotate it because the thing is, you just need to keep your eye here just to see what is going on. I don't know if this looks right. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is. It's okay. So let me just rotate it properly. Yeah, then I'll move it. Let me just select these points and just start moving them like that. Okay, let me move this way, select these and bring them right here. All right, so it looks like pages here. Same thing, we'll do the same thing here. So what I'll do is I'll skip this one. What you can do is just select it and we'll just bring it all the way here. Let me just rotate it and let me stretch it. So the stretch is right here, so you can stretch up, down and move. Most of the stuff isn't actually far. Okay, let me just rotate it. All right, let's continue. We come to this one. Select the whole thing, then rotate. So this one is the long one, so I'm assuming it's this one here. So let me just move this. So instead of me going all the way up this side getting my tools, you can just invest some time and know the shortcuts so that you can be faster, because modeling, this issue of clicking this side going is very hectic. So you can just invest some time and know the shortcuts. So like for move, it's G on the keyboard, and then for rotate, it's R. For stretch, it's S. You can just stretch it, S to stretch, G to move, so you can just move it there. So these are also very helpful, so I like doing this. Right, so I continue here. Let me just rotate this one. All right, G to move, so I'll bring it here. And so you can just do this. And let me drag this one down. Okay, I like that. And I'll select these here. So okay, let's save. We might forget. Let me select these here, and oh, let's select these faces here. Okay, okay, I'll hold down Control and deselect that one. If in case you over select something, you can just hold down Control and deselect that one. So what I want to do is these parts, I'll just say UV unwrap, so I put them together. And what I want to do is I want to put them right here where, let me just drag them down. I'll put them here where it's just a board. Let me get the stretch and I'll stretch them in a bit, and let me just move them. Let's bring them here, though I don't want them touching. Okay, so the shortcut I'm using for moving, you can just hold down the mouse wheel, and then you can just move around. Right, so I have to go in round for all of them. So even this one, same thing, I'll say unwrap. I'm pretty sure out there's someone who knows a better way of making this process faster. So You can just comment in the comment section below so that you can actually help. I wouldn't mind knowing something new right now because I'm also learning every day. I do this thing every day and I'm also learning, and I wouldn't refuse any help. So just for the sake of the length of the video, I'll actually speed this process up. All right, so finally we are done. Put all the parts where I wanted them to be. So just so I can see what I was doing, I can come here to the display render, and this is what we have made. So, well, I don't know, I think it's upside down. So what I'll do is I'll push 3 on the keyboard and then just uh, rotate. Okay, let me just go in object or in edit mode, select all the faces. I'll push A on the keyboard to select all the faces, and I will rotate. Okay, let me start first by moving this to the center. I want this point to be right here so that when I'm in object mode, if I push rotate, it will be rotating from that center right there. So, and well, what I'll do is I'll leave it like this and I'll move it all the way up. It's not straight. Let me make it straight. Voila, much better. Let it sit on the bottom, on the ground, right there. All right, so one last thing we can do to make this book look good is we'll go back to edit mode. And what I want to do is push Control R, and I want to add 2 cuts right in the middle here. So 1, 2. Okay, this is good. I'll push, or I'll click anywhere in the canvas. Then I want to be in X-ray mode. I'll select this and then I'll just drag it in like this. And also this one, I'll drag it in a bit like that. All right, so we are done here. And let me just push the tab. Okay, I'll push the dot on the keyboard and there we go. So we have a book like that, and what we want to do is now light this up. Push 0 on the keyboard so that I can see my camera. There is my book, so I want this book to be standing up. I'll push 1 on the keyboard, and then I want to rotate this R, and I'll position this right here. Let's see if I push 0. Okay, and let me just make it face our way. So I'll push 7, and then I will push R on the keyboard so that it can face the camera. Let's see what we are doing here. It looks okay, and I'll just position it out like that. Okay, so this is our light here with 1000 watts, and it's at one specular, and so it's this side. So this is our light here. So what I want to do is I want to duplicate this light and bring it here below the other one, so you can see it's actually below. Let me just pull it down a bit like that. And what I want to do also is on the properties of this light, I want to reduce this to something like 30 or 40, but I'll use 40 for now. So this one will create soft light. This one will be like, this one will be the main light. This is where the source is coming from. So there's a bit of some light here. And then the last light I want to put into this scene is I will duplicate this. And I want to put one more light at the back here. Oops, what happened? I want to put one more light at the back here. So this light will be the brightest light in the scene. So I'll put this something like 70,000. And let's see what we have. So this is what we are looking for, this bright line, the outline. So what I'll do is I'll push G on the keyboard and just position it properly so that we can have that line in many places like that. You can do a render, and this is our masterpiece. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and I have a Patreon account for anyone who wants to help. It's in the description part. The link is in the description part. I appreciate any help, but otherwise, bye bye. See you in my next videos.